Andrew Kiest again with the Mid-America Flight Museum's 1941 Stearman today. Restored by a gentleman in Fort Worth, well, near the Fort Worth area, and Scott acquired it for the museum here a couple years ago, and it's probably a 10, probably one of the nicest restored Stearmans that I've personally seen and flown. So here we go. Here goes a walk around. We'll start right here. 4.5 gallon oil reservoir. Check it here. You can pull the dipstick out, and it's got little sight holes on it for knowing how much oil is in it. And it looks like we got about 3.5 today. That's good enough for our flight. Get it locked back down. Move our way forwards. The engine primer here. How it works: we got a 47 gallon fuel tank in the top wing that gravity feeds down through our primer, our fuel shutoff valve up to our primer and strainer, and then into the carburetor. So primer here, cold start, we use 7 shots of prime, and on a hot start I use anywhere from 3 to 5, just whatever I feel like. It's a radial, it doesn't care. Work our way forward. It's got the old Continental radial engine on it. It's producing 220 horsepower with a Cincinnati wood prop. Neat little fun fact about this particular airplane: the gentleman that restored it, when he rebuilt the airplane, it had the original all exposed electrical for the ignition harness on it. So when we'd pull up in formation with a nearby airplane, the mags in the ignition would just mess everybody's radios up. So one of Matt's first tasks on this airplane was to put the newer style ignition on it, and also the red line brakes, making it a very good daily flyer. It was so original, it didn't have a alternator or anything on it, and so it's now got that as well. Real safe, good daily flyer. Again, we got the red line brakes down there, and just a basic walk around would be we check the struts, make sure nothing's coming out of it. Both are super clean, as to be expected with this airplane. Tires look good. Kind of go down the leading edge and the top wing leading edge, and looks clean. Keep coming around. Okay, on the back side here, we got our ailerons on one wing, and it's just a straight wing on top. The wing construction, we have wood spars that's fabric wrapped, and this airplane has metal ribs going between the spars for structure. And right here is our wing inspection panel. You can look down inside of it, checking it out. Under this inspection panel, we get to our bell crank for our ailerons, and we keep coming down, and we just have another inspection panel here. Here's our non-skid wing walk for boarding the aircraft. It's on both sides. We mainly board on the left side. This is great for volunteers helping people get in and out for our rides. Give a lot of rides every year in this airplane between kids and senior citizens and veterans. Keep working our way back. Again, we got a wood spar horizontal, and we got the metal ribs in our vertical, and more inspection panels. Our guide wires coming downtown. Elevator here in the back. I have the controls locked, so I can't really pull on them. Elevator trim. We got a mechanical trim over on the left side of the cockpit, balances out the elevator forces in flight. Our rudder, nav light, and rudder trim. It's just an old bend it to suit your needs, I guess. Our struts on this side, another elevator trim. Keep coming across, and our inspection panel looks clean. Another inspection panel for inside the empennage of the airplane. Get in there and check our cables and guides. Baggage compartment here. Our other wing walk, and then the left side of the airplane is identical to the right. Now, pilot flies the airplane from the back seat, and in the back seat we have all our basic instrumentation: our altimeter, our airspeed, our turn and bank with our ball or inclinometer, compass up top. Here's our 3-in-1 gauge for, well, that's a 2-in-1. We don't have fuel pressure. We got oil pressure, and we got oil temperature, and our tach. Over here on this far left side is our mags, and we have our fuel selector on or off, our throttle, our mixture, and here's the elevator trim. I've got the controls locked down there. We'll take those off before we fly. And then we have a map case, and on this particular airplane, I'll unlock them. On this particular airplane, a neat little convenience item. They're not in here today, but all our electrical system is in our map case. So we'd have our radio and our transponder. They're out for service right now. So it's just a neat little hideaway that all the museum guys have envisioned for the airplane. Kind of a neat feature. And then front cockpit, because this was a primary trainer during World War II, front cockpit for the instructor has all the exact same controls except for electrical. So he still has the elevator trim, mixture throttle, rudder pedals, brakes. He still has everything to fly the airplane. And then if you want to see if people are getting green, you have the mirror. It's a little running joke that Stearman pilots have. Here is our fuel gauge. It's just a float type fuel gauge. It looks like we're full of fuel. And then the fuel tanks, both on each side, we have a sump. That's where the fuel feeds, runs down these tubes and meets down inside and delivers to the engine.
This video was brought to you by the Mid-America Flight Museum and Victor Premium Dog Food. Hi, I'm Eric Johnston. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and subscribe to my channel to enjoy many more aviation videos to come. My son's gonna get a kick out of this. Hey buddy, what you doing? What you doing? Yeah. Good boy. Yes, you are. You're good boy. Good girl. You're the girl, aren't you? Huh?
This is where we should have had the end too.
Yeah.
It's not that windy.
What you doing?
Trees are blocking it.
What you doing? Hey buddy. Attack. Not quite sure what to make of this, huh? Yeah? Don't bite us, I'm only one.
No, for as big as he is, the biggest wolf.
Really? Hey, what you doing?